Alright, this is X15, but this works going back to X6 at least, I think. There was a question on Chief Talk about doing a barrel roof, and these are pretty simple to do. There's just a couple of things to watch out for, and they're probably never going to be absolutely perfect. There's just Chief just doesn't do everything that needs to be done perfectly. So let's go over here and plan. I'm going to draw a roof plane. When you draw manual roofs, if you click an edge like this and you want this to overhang, my default overhang is set to 18 inches. And if you want this to match, you can select that dimension there, temporary dimension, minus 18, and that'll go to 18 inches past the main layer. Same over here. If you click down here, you're going to get a short dimension right there. If you click up here further, you'll get a dimension all the way to that. So I'm going to do the same thing here, minus 18. Now I'm going to draw a roof plane here. A lot of people want to do these, I'm going to say over wall top. A lot of people want to do these with two roof planes. They'll put one here and one over here like they're drawing a gable roof, and then they'll make them both curve. I found that doing a single roof plane works best. Let's just make that 12 inches. So let's take a quick look. Alright, there's what we have so far. This is just the default 8-pitch roof. You can see everything right here joins up real nice. You've got some extra stuff in here, but we'll work on that here in a second. So I'm going to open up this roof plane, and I'm going to lock the fascia top height, and I'm going to set the pitch to 0. So that's what that looks like. We'll fix this missing fascia here in a second too. And then I'm going to open it up again. I'm not going to change anything up here. I'm going to curved roof. And I could leave all this default stuff. In fact, I'm going to do that. So there's my curved roof. Now you'll notice you can see all these facets. You can see all these straight lines that Chief uses to make this curved roof. So I'm going to open it up again. I'm going to uncheck automatic facet angle and make this 2. You can make it anything you want. 3 would probably be okay. Let's make it 3 and see what that does. And you can see how that smooths that out. My guess is the fewer facets, the higher the number, the less work Chief has to do to make this roof plane the way it needs to be. You can change the angle or the radius. Let's make this 200, make it a little flatter. Custom ceiling planes work the same way, except there's no option to change the facet angle. They're always going to be faceted. They're always going to look lousy. But that's just the way it is. So back over here, we need to break this roof plane. And unlike, if this was a gable roof that I'm drawing here, you could break this almost anywhere out here, and it will join correctly. But since this is a single curved roof plane, you have to be kind of particular about where it gets this roof gets broken. You can break it right up here on that point right there on both sides, and that works. If you break it outside, you'll get some artifacts. So let's put a break right there. Let's put a break over here, and then we'll just pull this up. And then I'm going to grab this and join it to that. And you'll see what happens over here. You get this goofy little triangle shape. You can see that over here. You got them on both sides. And of course, you don't want that. So I'm going to undo a couple of times. And undo one more. And one more. All right. So I've got no breaks in there. So I'm going to come in here and break right there. And I'm going to break right here. And let's drag this up. Do the same thing. And let's look at it over here. So everything cleans up. It looks pretty good under there. It's not perfect. There's a little triangle kind of shape missing, a little oddball shape there. So I'm going to use that at all roof planes. And we'll make Box Steve default overhang. Say OK. And now you see some other goofy stuff. You can also see that these two fascias don't join at the bottom correctly. If we go over here, maybe right there. Pull that camera back out. Gotta get the right camera. There we go. You can see how those are misaligned. The problem is if you open up this roof plane and you look at the fascia top height, these last 6 digits, 725925, and you look at this one, 725925, they're the same. Chief has always had a problem where roof planes join like this that are different pitches that don't join correctly. And so what you can do is take a CAD detail from view, I'm going to drag this over just a little bit and then put a line from there down to here. Copy that. Close that. Let's lock the pitch. Subtract that value. You can see that move down. And now it's aligned like it should be. So let's go back. And we can select this, select that top edge, join it again. And you've still got a hole under there. This is kind of fickle. It kind of comes and goes. So I'm gonna open this and copy this value. Cancel. I'm gonna delete this. And I'm just gonna draw a new roof plane. Open it, make it and then make that 0. And I'm going to select this. I'm going to use the intersect join two lines tool to get rid of that break. I'm going to put a break right there. One right there. And drag that up. And then we're kind of back. We're back here. So let's make this curved. See if we can join those. And now I've got this little triangle piece here that I need to get rid of, so I'm just going to drag this over to there. I'm going to join those two roof planes. And now let's take a look underneath. Let's go back here and change that. So now that looks a lot better. This is the way I normally do it. I normally break up against this wall and then edit this roof plane. Like that. And that always seems to give a better look underneath. Now again, it's not perfect because you can see this is another problem Chief has had since the old days. You can see that these two soffits are not coplanar. You can see it right there. You can see the soffit on this curved roof. So I'm going to drag this camera right in here. And we can see here, so I'm going to do the same thing, CAD detail from view. I'm going to grab this, copy it. And I can open this, go to structure, eave subfascia. I'm going to subtract that value. Say OK. You can see it move up if you were watching. You can see that move up, so now that's even. So I'm going to rejoin those and see what that looks like. Except for that hole, that looks pretty good. You can see this triangle-shaped hole right here. And if you look in plan, let's zoom in over here. If you come way in here, you'll see that these don't look like they align very good. You would think that this would be right there. It was such a small dimension, it doesn't matter, it seems, in 3D. But you can see, it's kind of hard to see, but if you look at the shingles, the black shingles up here, you can see a little notch right there that shouldn't be there. And of course, other stuff won't align. I can't imagine the programming that's required to get all this stuff correct. Join this curved roof to a non-curved roof. But you can get pretty close. This over here was an experiment. Let me see if it's... I just got to find the right camera. I'm going to select this roof plane and build framing. This was a test to see if the new automatic truss builder in Chief for X15 would build trusses for a curved roof, and it does. It's not perfect. It's got this big giant hunk of wood, curved piece of wood out here on each end, but other than that, it looks pretty good.